Hi, this is Rick Eymer. We're here today with Bri Claros. She's the point guard here at Pinewood, and Pinewood is getting ready to play Windward for the State Open Division Champion. Now, Pinewood has won 6 Division 5 or 4 titles, since Doc has been around, but this is the first time they've been in the Open Division final, and it's the first time for you. You're the only senior on the team, even though you have such a great basketball program. So what does this particular week mean for you?
Since this is my last week ever with this team, I'm trying to make the most of it and really trying to savor in every last moment with these girls, and just going out there and playing for them, playing for the team, playing for me.
Great. And let's just go back a little bit and talk about the third overtime against Mitty. You went into triple overtime. And I know that, you were pretty much in attack mode the whole game, but just talk a little bit about what was going on in that third overtime where you guys kind of took over.
At that point, we were all tired and we had to play through the fatigue, and, I kind of just wanted the game to be over and, just walk out of the gym with the win. So I knew that we had to get stops defensively and turn that into buckets on our end. I knew we needed a basket every single time we needed to get down there. So, I just, took over.
Basically everybody knows you and Hannah and Carla. But, some of the other girls in the team are really good and have contributed to this. If you could just say a few things about them.
Definitely, I really think that Courtney is our best defensive player, and that's something I think that's overlooked with us is our defensive plays. We're not very athletic and we're not very tall, but we get stops on the defensive end with our defensive principles and, always jumping to the ball, always pressuring the ball. And Courtney is our best defensive player doing that. And Caitlin is our second best defender. And, she steps up big time, getting stops, taking charges, both of them, and hitting big shots like she did in the game against Mitty, hitting her threes, getting to the basket and finishing.
Yeah, Caitlin was the one that tied the game in regulation, right? Yeah, so that was obviously, yeah. And playing against Haley Jones, who's going to go somewhere. Of course, you get another year to play against her. They do anyway. She's been recruited by Stanford, Connecticut, probably every major university. But you were up to the challenge. The whole team, I'm talking about.
Yeah. Obviously, she is an amazing player, and our game plan was going into the game knowing that and trying to contain her to as many points as we can stop her to. She's going to get her baskets, but it's just, how easy is she going to get those baskets?
Mm-hmm. Now, when you walked in here as a freshman, did you expect anything like you're going to go undefeated for 4 years, or this was just going to be you plow through the playoffs? What were you thinking about as far as the program, the basketball program?
My freshman year coming into Pinewood, I didn't get a lot of playing time, and that's something I really had to work hard for. So, coming in here, I just, made sure I worked hard every single day to work hard for the spot I have now.
Mm-hmm. And of course now that's also leading to UC San Diego. You committed to play basketball there, so that's great. And with a former, I can't remember what it was, a player, right? A former Pinewood player that coaches there now. Oh
yeah, Miranda Cito.
Yeah. Okay, so it pays off all that hard work, and I think one of the things that you mentioned about the defense, and you probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably the teams with the best fundamentals were the 2 teams that were playing Saturday night, and that goes without that goes a long way, just knowing that. And you'd probably do the same thing offensively. You're not forcing anything. You're playing within a system.
Yeah, defensively, it's something we work on every single day, and working on our principles, make sure we're doing the right thing. Every play is something we do, all the time. It's one of Doc's biggest emphasis with our team.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you seen anything of Windward? Have you thought about them? Have you talked about them? Or is it just, let's concentrate on what we do best?
I know some of us has watched a little bit of Windward, but we're just going into the mindset, playing Saturday, all we have, and playing our best game, clear-minded, just going out there and having fun.
Right, and I was looking at that. Windward is the defending Division I champion, state champion, and they're from Division IV, though, too, so that's probably a very similar sized school, a little bit bigger than Pinewood, and coached by Stanford alum Vanessa Nygaard, yes. Gosh, can't remember these things. So obviously you can only do the things that you can control and you worry about. So I guess that's the basic approach this week, is just worrying about what Pinewood does.
Exactly. We just have to do what we do best and doing the things we do in our control. So like every loose ball, every rebound, effort plays, that stuff we can do, that we can control. And our shots, if they're not falling in the beginning, they're gonna eventually fall. If they take away our shots, then we'll get to the basket and finish. And if they're gonna take away that, then we'll get our shots.
Now, as a point guard, you have to see the whole court practically 100% of the time. Is there something that you do to kind of, I don't know if it's cheating, but to just be aware of everything, or is it once you have the ball, now you're starting to pay attention?
I just read what the defense gives me, and I just, read my takes off that.
Do so you kind of understand what every other position is doing, though, and you kind of know where everybody's supposed to be and where they're going to be? Yeah.
I mean, our offense is a kind of a drive motion, and if one person drives, we have to fill in the gaps and move to the open spot.
So that's a kind of a sophisticated little system too. So it's again, you work on. I know Doc is just a great fundamental coach, and he's probably taught everybody how to shoot a little bit better than they were when they first came in. And just when you come here, you obviously have high expectations, and even though you haven't won a state championship for a couple of years, you're still ranked consistently among the top 4 or 5 teams in the state every year. So given that, I mean, you have Pinewood written on your jerseys, and is that something, what kind of pride do you take in that and go when you go out on the court?
Every time I put on that Pinewood jersey, I just want to represent it the best way I can, show everybody what playing for Pinewood is all about. Do
you have any predictions for Saturday?
We're going to get that state open division championship.
Great. Thank you very much, Bri, and good luck.
Thank you.
So we've been talking to Bri Claros. She'll be on the court at 6 o'clock on Saturday at Golden Center 1 in Sacramento.